Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Networking Mondays. We're very, very glad you're with us. It's the first Monday of spring, March 22nd, 2021. We're very, very glad you are with us today. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, please go ahead and just put them right in the chat box. We're monitoring that feed. And for those people on Facebook who are watching right now, please just send your questions into the comment field, and we'll be sure to get those questions answered as our speaker takes a break. Please note this event is being recorded and is currently live on Facebook. The recording will be on the Career DFW Facebook page and on the Career USA YouTube channel for others to view in the future. By participating in this event, and if you happen to post a comment in the chat box or have your microphone or camera on, you give consent for your comment, name, and pictures to appear. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeff Morris. Back in 2008, I founded Career DFW to help those unemployed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In 2012, I started CareerUSA.org to help people outside the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I've written a book called What I've Learned About Your Job Search That You May Not Know. It's available on Amazon. I have been facilitating and leading the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group since 2007, and I've been a member of the Practice Interview Team since 2017. I'm just really thrilled about having all these different speakers presenting about networking on a weekly basis. So every week you're going to hear a different speaker talking about these things. These are all experts in the field. They all know how to network. They talk about it. They'll point out different things. And I'm really pleased this week to have Foster Williams with us, because if you want to talk about a master networker, for as long as I've known Foster, and it's 12, 13, 14 years, whatever, Foster is out and about and networking with everybody. He knows everybody. He wants to connect with you. And so to hear him talk about networking, the whys, the hows, and the wheres, I just really look forward to this. So Foster, thank you for being with us. For those who don't know Foster, Foster is the founder and owner of SearchForYouInc.com. He's also the co-host of the Who You Know workshop, which is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I guess, Wednesday afternoons. So Foster, thank you for being here, and I'll let you take it over.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for allowing me to be a part and to serve here. I am those pictures that I saw a while ago of all those people are wonderful, wonderful people that you guys should network with. You should link in with and get to know. I am, believe it or not, I am not a public speaker. I am a public talker. And I see a number of faces that I've talked with. I want to welcome and say hello to all my friends out in Florida. And I appreciate all of you guys for being a part of this network. And guys, I'm not a speaker. I don't have a PowerPoint or anything like that. Everything I do is by way of interaction. So I want you guys to ask any questions that you can, that you think of. I love LinkedIn. Of course, you know, we're going to talk about LinkedIn and other tools that help us connect with people. But, you know, LinkedIn, all those tools are exactly that. They are a tool to get to know someone. Let's take my buddy, I see Greg Formella on there. Good morning. Wait a minute. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Greg.
Good afternoon, Foster.
So guys, I met Greg through the network. I think I saw him at South Lake Focus Group. And of course, we meet in groups like we're doing right now. And we will sometimes, it may not be a something that the person, their profile or anything like that. And you might feel drawn to someone like Greg. I didn't know why, and I'm just, Greg, I'm throwing you under the bus here. I hope you don't have to knife me later on or something like that for something I may say.
It doesn't feel too bad yet.
Yeah.
Keep driving.
But you know, for some reason, I like Greg's last name. I said, I've never heard that name before because I have been a recruiter for years and I've seen most last names. You guys would be surprised. And I saw Greg. I said, let me check Greg out. So what I did was I went to his LinkedIn profile and I saw he was quite accomplished. And I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Greg and connect with Greg. And so I did so. And then later on, I think, Greg, I sent you an invitation to our C group, didn't I?
You
We have
did.
a senior executive alliance. And that's what I do, guys, is I am really and truly, I'm a bird dog. So you guys in Texas, Lindsay, I see you laughing at me. You guys in Texas, and pretty much anywhere, you guys know what a bird dog is. He points at things. He points at that bird where he is. And so what I do, guys, I've been a recruiter for a long, long time, and I'm a friend of Jeff's. Jeff's my brother. That's why we look alike. I'm just kidding, but he is my brother. But I am a people person. I'm people generated. So I invited Greg to our Senior Executive Alliance, of which Laura Hyatt and Paul Klotz and a couple other people on here I see. Probably if I change the page, I'll be able to see them. Are there with us. It's a collective of people. So, guys, if you feel like you want to connect with someone for whatever that reason is, reach out to those folks. Yes, we have technology like LinkedIn in which we can do that, but there's a reason why that happens. Uh, God guides Foster and all of us, whether we realize it or not. God guides us to certain things, and then we find out later on. Oh, I'm really glad that I connected with Greg Formella. I'm glad that I heeded to what I thought I was feeling inside me. So guys, that's what networking is an opportunity. Now you guys know that I'm going to throw my favorite word out there, and it's not barbecue. It's relationships. I know we are not all driven the same way that Foster is, that Jeff is. Uh, I've got my friend AC Allen is probably on here from out in Miami. AC, I'm looking for you. Are you out there somewhere? I'm going to throw you under the bus sooner or later.
I'm coming. I'm coming in a minute.
Good. You take your time. Guys, AC is another example of a person I met, again, South Lake Focus Group. And I reached out to AC. I thought it was pretty cool because when I looked her up, she was out in Florida. And so, what Jeff and I are doing, and others, we're reaching out to other group leaders around the country and we're saying, hey, can't we can't we connect? Can we talk? Can we come together and help each other? We share, Jeff and I, because we run groups, we share speakers, we share cool people. Many of you guys, I have shared with you guys groups and other people to connect with in other parts of the United States because some of you guys on here can consider a contract in another state while you're in your job search. Some of you guys can, you might even consider a reload. Some of it, I bet you there's somebody on this call. We got 44 people here. John, there you go. There you go. I knew you're the one. And you know, that's funny, John, you're right smack dab in the middle of my Brady Bunch screen here. And John and other people could consider a relocation. Maybe it's somewhere that you've lived before. Maybe you were born in a different state. Maybe your best friend lives in Maine and has told you how cool Maine is. It's literally cool. And, for whatever reason, it's something that you can consider. Well, my dad was a pastor, and he would say, Foster, if you want to learn about somewhere, if you want to learn how to do something, go hang out with the people that do it. So if you connect with someone in Maine, they can tell you about stuff that's going on in Maine and give it an opportunity. With AC and I met AC, as I mentioned earlier. AC and I immediately started emailing kind of funny stuff to each other, didn't even know each other. Well, we continued going back and forth, and we're supposed to be in this South Lake Focus Group. We're supposed to be paying attention. No, we were having we were having fun. We were participants. We were having fun. But I noticed one thing that AC did. AC was adamant about looking out after some friends of hers that I bet you are on this call. I thought I saw Stephanie on this call as well.
She's here. She's here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I thought I noticed through, and I'm just talking, y'all. I thought I noticed through our email conversation that I said, you know what? AC has an outgoing personality. I think I've got an outgoing personality. I think AC and I should talk some more. So we decided that today, 10 o'clock, I think it was this morning, my time, 11 o'clock AC's time, we actually set up a Zoom call and we talked and we had oh my goodness, I got my best friend. We were even eating the same kind of cereal for breakfast. There it is. There it is. Thanks, Ace. And you know, guys, this is what you will experience as you get out amongst groups of people. There is someone that you will have an affinity to want to get to know. Jeff Morris is a absolutely wonderful servant. A long, long, long time ago, Jeff and I actually sat down in a restaurant and talked about what we were doing before it got all popular, and we were in the right spot. But you know what I like about Jeff, guys? It's not about Jeff. It's about all of us on this call. It's about helping us connect. And Jeff and I use the very thing that God blessed us with. One of our gifts, two of our gifts, three of our gifts, maybe we throw them all in there together, and we try to help everybody connect and do what they need to do in order to find that opportunity. Now, I'm going to say something, and I don't want y'all to get mad at me and start next time you see me. I don't want y'all to beat me up. But everybody that I'm looking at right now on this screen, we did not just get out of high school and get out of college. So we lived in a corporate situation in life as we were coming up, as we say in Texas. We were in more of a value add situation. We were in a situation where we were a little bit more connected, and we have a huge influx of technology now, guys. That if you're not careful, it kind of gets in the way and kind of drives a wedge in between interpersonal relationships. And that is, we were taught that we need to have an interpersonal relationship. I'll tell you something. Some of you guys on this call have hired people before. I want to submit something to you. You guys talk to some very, very, very smart people. But you know what? If you did not connect with them, you did not hire them. You did not feel comfortable in hiring anybody that you don't connect with, because you want them not only to connect with you, but connect with the team that you're going to be working with, all of you leaders. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Nina Yancey, I see you down there shaking your head. Guys, please, if we are not linked in, please link in with me. I will be more than glad to connect you, as I say, with people, places, and things. That's what Jeff and I do. But I just want to encourage you guys, the biggest part of your job search is so simple that you guys probably want to throw me off this call. We have been conditioned, trained, conditioning, whatever you want to call it, to compete with this, that, and the other in corporate America. As we've learned how to do our things, we have been taught to one up or be the best there is. Yes, some of us, like AC Allen, are the best at what we do, and we connect. And but that is our gift in life, guys. There is enough to go around. I don't know how many companies are just in Dallas Fort Worth, but we got 50 states in this union. And you know what? 23 of those states have organized job search activities like we have here. Now, Dallas, I think Jeff would agree with me. This is a good question for Jeff, but I think Jeff would agree with me. In Dallas, we seem to be the most saturated with job help. We've got so much job help in Dallas. You probably want to get with a Jeff Morris or a Foster Williams or Laura Hyatt or anybody else that is in and around and participates in the network here in Dallas Fort Worth to help you guide, to be your GPS, to get you through all the stuff that's going on. Which ones have I connected with? Which ones I think will carry the greatest value? Well, that answer will come from a person that has been involved. So the easiest part and the hardest part, both of them, of your job search is just getting out. It's gotten very easy to get out now. Pre-COVID, we were all getting together and we were, we weren't wearing masks and we weren't worrying about what's going on and all that stuff. Now it's gotten real easy because we roll out of bed, go downstairs, sit at the kitchen table and turn our computer on. It's gotten very, very easy. What I've enjoyed about the Zoom environment, and of course we've got other tools to use other than Zoom. What I've enjoyed about the Zoom world is that I can reach out around the world. Um, uh, there are, because of what I do and Jeff does, we get people that want to connect with us from all around the planet, other countries. I've had people reach out to me and say, Foster, what in the world are you guys doing there in Dallas that that seems to be so successful in helping people land jobs? And what's going on in Dallas that so many jobs exist and just all this stuff? What you guys are doing in Dallas, can I do it here in Christchurch, New Zealand? That kind of surprised me. So I've got some buddies down in Christchurch that some Fridays early evening, we talk on Zoom. And I tell them and we connect and we talk about what's going on in the United States. And a lot of them want to move into the United States. And there are tons of people and places and things that I can connect them with across the United States. And so, guys, Foster is not the only person that can do this stuff. You guys do this. Some of you guys do it in greater capacity than others. I would like to throw AC under the bus and look at her face. And AC, would you mind sharing with the group one of that link that you have that people can jump in and be a part of pretty much any time that something is going on? Would you mind telling them about that? I thought that was just awesome. But guys, and I'm going to shut up and let AC talk. I would not have ever known that this opportunity or AC or anybody was doing it had I not talked to AC. So AC, would you tell the folks about that? And some
Sure.
stuff that you do and what's your opinion of what it is that we hooked up and did?
Well, I mean, first of all, I can't thank you enough for the amazingly kind words you're saying about me. It's like bringing me to tears. I don't know how much of it deserved, but I am taking it and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Foster. Well, guys, today, Foster was so kind that he gave me some of his time and we just had an amazing conversation. And I was just telling him something that you all probably also know. Let's call that a mindset shift. Okay, when we get on Zoom, and you would have an admission restriction. So I have an open door policy. So with all my friends, I give them my Zoom link and I tell them pop in anytime you want. It's an open door policy. So I have different accounts on Zoom. They're all free. So if I have a serious meeting where I can't be interrupted, obviously, so I give that link to another person for that serious appointment. But for my close connections and friends, I use the same link. I have all my friends bookmark it on their browsers, and anytime, any day, any time of the day or week, they can hop in. I'll get an alert on my phone. So and so joined your Zoom room, and they all come in. We just hang out. It's kind of like an open door policy, which gives us a chance to connect. And this is like a way to be able to hang out with each other. Sometimes we're all in bed talking, sometimes we're cooking, sometimes we're at the gym, and some of us doing different things. So it gives us a chance to connect, especially in this horrible COVID time when we can't see each other in person. But it also opened the door to building amazing relationships around the country and even around the world. I have made amazing friendships through this, open door policy that led to job contact, that led to referrals, that led to supporting each other. So it's a very simple thing. It's just a mindset. It's just like Foster is he can click on my link anytime he comes. He wants to show up. If whoever I'm with at the time, he can be a part of our conversation. So it's just that's all it's about.
That is very cool, I think. Guys, if we just show up, I tell everybody, let the magic happen.
Yeah.
When you come to Jeff's meetings and his offerings, there are tons of other people there. When you show up, there will be something that somebody said. There will be maybe someone lives in a certain place. There will be something that you will be interested in connecting with. Now, I suggest this. Since I am a relationship broker, I suggest that you spend the time, and it does take a little investment of time. Lindsay Long and I actually did this when we met. And guys, take the time to have a conversation. It might just be a phone conversation. I'm a big proponent of using Zoom and having a Zoom conversation and look at each other. And then, when I tell one of my stupid dad jokes to AC, she might actually even laugh at it. But we will have an interaction between each other that is on the people side. And you know what? As you guys meet folks, some of the people that you meet will be so helpful to your job search. You would have never met them if you didn't even just get out and connect and try. So let the magic happen, guys. You'll be surprised. AC and I are not the only people on this call who have met people out of this network that have been very, very helpful. And because the world doesn't tell us that God is in control, the world tells us that we're in control and we got to do this and we got to have we've got to have the formula for this and the formula for that. Anyway, we get out and let the magic happen. You will sit next to David. Well, there's David Mills up there. David, you're in New Hampshire, are you not? Is that correctly? Did I get that right?
Yes, I'm in New Hampshire, 65 degrees and sunny up here.
David has been, oh, really?
Yeah.
I know,
It
Tom.
does warm up.
I know. David has been very active with us, guys. And you know what? I've gotten to know more and more about David through his interaction. David has been a part. I go to this meeting, I'll see David. I'll go to this meeting, I'll see David. Another meeting, I'll see David. You know what? After a while, I get a chance to see and listen to David talk and interact. And I like this David. And I've never been to New Hampshire. So, you know what? If I make a friend with David, if I ever go to New Hampshire, I might have somewhere to stay for free. I'm kidding, David. That's not why I'm there. AC, I see you raising your hand.
I can be your tour guide, Foster.
And go.
So
AC.
Foster, I want to introduce my amazing friend Stephanie.
That's what
also.
I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Because she is one of the most incredible people I've ever known in my life. And how did I meet her? Open door policy. Here's the proof. Go ahead.
Stephanie, is it Steph? I saw her. She went away. Her little picture went. There she is. She's right next to you now.
Hi, Foster.
Hey,
whatever
Steph.
you want to call me. Yeah. So, hi, Foster, and you and I are set to on Friday. So when you check your LinkedIn,
yeah,
you'll see my name and the time option. So I'm looking forward to meet AC through. I'm definitely partner Zoom. I can call her when I'm happy, sad, frustrated. I work on resumes. We work on interview questions. We do mock interviews amongst ourselves to prepare ourselves for things that were going on, brainstorming. And we've, through phenomenal resources, I'm out in California, and that you can network out in public, as you guys all know, of the network.
She has bad connection.
Yeah, she's got a bad connection.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
reconnect.
I mean, she's in California, I'm in Miami, you're in Dallas. Proof is in the pudding. Open door policy. And you
That's
know what?
right.
Can I introduce somebody else that's also an amazing human being whom I love?
Absolutely.
She's in New
Absolutely.
York. Her name is Dana. Go ahead, Dana.
Does Dana have a
Hi,
good connection?
Foster.
There's Dana. Dana, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn.
Oh, you're welcome. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm gonna listen to you and see if I can pick a New York accent out of your accent.
A New York accent out of me. Well, thank you for having me today on your call. AC is a wonderful friend and is extremely helpful, as is all the girls in her unicorn group that she has formed. Yes, AC, I can see you're embarrassed.
Okay, blushing.
No, everyone is, I can't speak highly enough about AC. She's amazing. And all the girls in the group are actually really supportive of each other and will go out of their way to help one another out. And I'm very lucky to have met AC and Stephanie and all her other friends.
I love this. This is the magic that I'm talking about, guys. As we get out, if we're open to it, now all of us now, I guarantee you, everybody is not as gregarious as me or Jeff or AC or Dana, you know, all of us are not, and we do not have to be that way, but be open your mind, guys, to meeting someone that you can connect with. You will be surprised what happens through the dynamics thereof. But if we get out and we get out on Zoom, now we're all on Zoom, we get out on Zoom, let the magic happen. Use the technology that is at our fingertips now. We've got some wonderful technology to be able to reach out and get to know a David Mills, to reach out and get to know a Tom Atkins. These people I have met, and I'm picking on them, and people know that I throw folks under the bus, but not in a bad way. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. I'm coming, AC. Wonderful people. And you can tell that AC is very, very gregarious. Look at her face. On Zoom, when you talk to people and you connect with people, oh, you can tell whether they're interested in what you're talking about or not. Believe me, that connection will be there. But the main thing is, in networking, allow the magic to happen. Get out, grow, ask questions about things that are going on in those people. Everybody on this call has a network, probably has a pretty good side. There's Polly Malloy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I wanted to introduce her. I wanted to say, if it weren't for Polly, none of us would have been here today. So I wanted to say thank you, Polly.
You go, Polly. Go,
You're
Polly.
welcome. I was busy earlier, and yeah, AC got in touch with me through LinkedIn. I was like, oh, now I'm home. Yeah, I'll just pop in and say hi to everybody. Yeah, I talked to Stephanie last week, I think, and I mean, I've talked to a lot of people on this call. It's been fun. I agree, Foster. Like, this has been a huge blessing for me. Joining, like, the people, the Dallas group is so much better than anything else I've been in, you know, so I really thank you.
Well, you know, down here in Texas, we like everybody. That's why it's so big. So guys, I really appreciate you guys' interaction, because this is what it's all about. Dana, your last name is Pascarich. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. Wow.
Oh,
I'm impressed.
my mom was an English teacher, and that's one thing that is very, very Foster. I like to be able to say the last names correctly. AC has a Turkish background, and she shared some things with me that I was able to connect with. And I was able to tell guys by talking with AC that there are specific things in her life that mean a lot to her. Being a people person, I zeroed in on those things. And so she shared some things about her ethnic background. A lot of you guys don't know it, but my mom's family, most of my mom's family is from Mexico. I do not look like a Mexican, and I speak the language, not fluently, but you would think it was fluently if you were to start talking with me. Uh, that is very, very important to foster the Hispanic society in, as we say, culturas, is very, very important to me because I'm part of it. AC also shared with me the fact she got panda bears all over her place there. I see one in the back, way back there by that mirror, and then she's got a big one. And see what I mean? And so, guys, you will learn where to connect with people and things that are important to each and every one of us as you spend a little bit of time getting to know people. We're rushed along in job search, and we have been conditioned to think that there's a formula for all of this stuff, and I've got my resume's got to look this way. Of course, your resume has got to reflect where you have been and what you have expertise in. But you know what, guys? You can have 3 PhDs and not get along with anybody, and somebody thinks that you seem to be a know-it-all. And you know what? Most people are not gonna connect with you comfortably. Now, there will be someone that person will connect with. That's just human nature. That's just, what I'm telling you guys is not rocket science. Everybody's got it in them. And as you guys participate, Richard Smith, I love you too, man. I love Richard because Richard is very interactive and Richard gets involved in the groups. And I see Richard out there. So, Richard, I had to throw you under the bus there, buddy.
No problem. And the one thing I was sitting there thinking about as I was doing an interview this morning, I had made some, what's behind you is important, particularly when you're talking to somebody and I was talking to a guy that basically had a literal white screen behind him, which I thought was rather interesting. I'd never seen that before. And I went through and I actually pulled my artillery battery. I had several model cannons. I moved those over to a different bookcase and put my sailboats back over here. So basically behind me, I've got a picture of a mountain scene, which I call my happy place, and a really full bookshelf because that's where I go for my references.
There you go.
Your background tells folk a little bit about you. Like I said, the first time I'd ever seen somebody sitting to a white background, it's literally like those things you use to get your passport photo taken. You look like hell. You're basically just a cut and paste on a white background. Hello.
Richard, you said something I want to springboard off of. Guys, we in Texas, and it's going to be across the United States, we're going to slowly move back towards meeting in person. And we're not going to be so restricted in our, I guess, spacing and personal staying away from each other so we don't breathe and sneeze on each other and all that kind of thing. And I am going to suggest that when we're going into interviews, we're blessed to have an interview. Someone saw our resume, LinkedIn presentation. Maybe Jeff Morris said, hey, you know what? I know this guy named Foster Williams, and you need to talk to Foster because Jeff is probably helping someone on a certain position that they're trying to fill at their company. This is how these things work, guys. As you walk into that office, or as you turn on a personal Zoom, because we're interviewing on Zoom and quite a bit now, pay attention to what's around you, guys. If you are interviewing with AC Allen and you see pandas all over the place, maybe AC has an affinity for pandas some sort of way. Well, if that's true, Maybe you have taken a trip to China and you have seen pandas. You know, they're the most lovable things in the world. Maybe you have an interaction with a panda that you can share with AC. And if you're interviewing with AC, guess what AC is going to remember? That. And what you share with her, she's going to remember. That is a connection point. Again, guys, this is not rocket science. Everybody on this call knows what I'm talking about because we've all experienced it. Well, you know, you might want to continue that relationship. When you build that rapport with someone, I always like to chase it down and see if I can build a relationship. You guys, some of you guys that I'm talking to right now will be surprised what I remember. That doesn't make me special. That is just a gift that God gave me. And I use it instead of trying to put myself in a box when I'm trying to accomplish business things. John Rabelais, I love those eyeglasses, man. I love those shades. And so as we're going forward, guys, and we're connecting, you will find that most of the work's already done. If you're given an opportunity in this busy day and time to talk to somebody, interview with somebody, that part has already been done. So you want to build a relationship. Regardless of whether you get that job or not, if that person is someone that you feel connected with as you continue to move in your job search in life. We're talking about life stuff, guys. Jobs are just a part of it. We're talking about life.
So Foster, got a question for you.
Go,
What do
go,
you
go, Jeff, go.
recommend? Okay, you're an extrovert. Obviously, you're an extrovert. You are out there all the time. I am an
Yeah.
introvert. I really
And
am
I
an
used
introvert.
to, believe it or not, I used to be an introvert.
All
Well,
right,
yes, I
well,
did.
I mean,
Did I tell
I
you?
am an introvert. So what do you recommend to people who, you know, if they're on a Zoom call like this, what would you recommend them? What steps would you recommend them to do to start to reach out? I mean, just
So
find somebody with a funny last name, or you're not a funny last
that's
name,
good.
but
That
you know.
Greg Formello was that way. But guys, here's the deal. Jeff, thank you for asking that question because that helps me. As you guys interact, that helps me. I told you I'm a public talker. I'm not a public, I guarantee you I'm not a public speaker. So what I do and what Jeff does and what some other people do when you're on a call, there is something that grabs your attention about, let's pick on somebody, Paul Klotz. I like his last name. I don't know any Klotzes, but I know one now. So here's what I did with Paul. I pulled up his LinkedIn and I looked at his LinkedIn and saw that he's in industrial sales and all this kind of stuff. And I get thrown into that sales category a lot. AC and I, because of our personalities, we get approached for sales stuff all the time. And, oh, look, we can't take it. Nope, don't want. I'm not not a salesperson at all. But I am gregarious, like Jeff said. So you can check them out, guys. Everybody on this call, probably, you can go to their LinkedIn profile and see what they're all about. If there is something inside of you that drives you to continue moving in the direction of connecting with Lindsay Long, she's got all those books behind her back there. And some of us on this call are readers. And you might want to connect with Lindsay because she got all those books. First question I want to ask Lindsay, you read all those books? Oh my God. And
I have not. One day.
But that is an opening, Jeff. I'm glad you asked that question. That is an open door of conversation because you can talk about that kind of thing, guys. And you build a relationship as you go forward. You'll find out that Lindsay does not live in the direct Dallas area. Lindsay lives way out there. Lindsay, are you in Sulphur Springs or are you close to Sulphur Springs?
Close to Sulphur Springs.
Okay.
By Tyler. Yeah.
See what I remembered? Just you know, and you do
I'm
not
impressed
have
by
to,
the
and
I'm
you do
impressed
not
by the
have
library back there. That's just
to. Yeah, I know. Look at
incredible.
that.
I thought my bookcase was stuffed. That's
And
incredible.
Jeff, wonderful question because you do not have to be an extrovert. Now I'm gonna sell you guys something that you probably won't buy. I was voted my junior year in high school the shyest person in my entire high school.
Hmm.
There you have it. I
Not buying it.
I
Not buying it.
understand. I understand introverts totally because I am one. Now I have made the shift. I've always wanted to be a witty person and one of those people that can get one of those conversations and carry it on and build relationships instead of being, when I was an introvert, I felt as though I was kind of isolated and I was scared to talk to people. I didn't want to live out the rest of my life that way. Now God says he'll give you the desires of your heart if you follow what he's trying to tell you to do in life. And guess what? Now most of you guys think I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. Yes, I am that, but I'm both. So I get a chance to connect with both because I do understand. Jeff, wonderful, wonderful question. You do not have to be an extrovert, guys, to find someone that you can zero in on and see if you can build a relationship moving forward. Not all people can you. There's not always time. There's so much stuff that we go through, but be understanding of other people. If I reach out to Richard Smith and he doesn't have time to talk to Foster that day, that doesn't make Richard a bad guy. Richard just didn't have time. Maybe we'll try it, and if you have an extreme affinity to meet Richard or talk to Richard about something he said that you heard in a group or something like this, don't give up on one try. Give Richard another day. If Richard is ugly to you 3 times in a row, shoot him. No, I'm kidding. We're in Texas. No, I'm kidding. Maybe Richard is not the person to continue to move forward with a relationship. Nobody's a bad person. Maybe Richard just doesn't have problem. Maybe he doesn't have time. I'm saying problem. Maybe he doesn't have time. Maybe Richard isn't involved in something. But you know what, guys? You should always, through your observations, you see this guy, Jeff Morris, pop up here, and he's telling you guys about Career DFW and Career USA. And we all know what Jeff does. Everybody on this call knows what Jeff does, have interacted with Jeff. Jeff is an introvert, but he's a wonderful introvert when it comes to connecting people. Jeff is a whole lot smarter than Foster. Foster's just an old country boy that likes people, and that is honest. And Jeff has helped everybody. Jeff's helped everybody on this call. It's wonderful.
Well, I mean, it's since, and this is like our 220th or 225th presentation we've done since COVID started. And for the first time, the takeaway that I'm going to take away from today's talk is find somebody else who's participating in this call who you don't know, connect with them on LinkedIn, reach out to them, get to know them. And every time you're on a Zoom call, if you don't have anything else going on, make that your point of, here's who I'm going to go network with today. Or let me set up networking calls with, every Zoom call, pick somebody, check them out, get to know them, because it will just expand your horizons. And it's a very simple
Very simple.
Cool. Very simple thing to do. Just pick one person every Zoom call you're on and reach out to them.
Very simple. If you guys had not showed up here today, you would not have heard what I'm about to say. I'm going to throw another friend of mine under the bus. Gary Stillman is right down there at the bottom. Well, he's the bottom of my screen. Guys, I call Gary Stillman Wikipedia when it comes to networking. This guy has a wealth of experience, especially in the healthcare arena. If you have been in healthcare, if you've been in healthcare and you're looking for another healthcare job, you really, really need to connect with Gary Stillman. If you want to get into healthcare, you really need to connect with Gary Stillman. Ask him questions. He gives of himself. He's a wonderful Christian man. And some people like myself, Gary, Jeff, our existence in life is to help where we can. And you know what? That opens the door for building relationships. And then we will remember what it was I talked to about certain things. But Gary, guys, I'm going to put him out there, and I guarantee you want to connect with Gary Stillman. He's a fun guy, and he has a memory out of this world. And you guys want to be a part of Gary's network, but you want to be friends with Gary and learn how it is that Gary can help you along the way. You won't even have to ask him to. He'll just pick up things along the way, and he'll find out, hey, well, this is what AC Allen is looking for. AC, I definitely want you to connect with Gary. And this is what, and he will offer help. And he knows so many people, and he can tell you where he met them, where he interacted with them. He can tell you, he can remember what they did, what they talked about, what they like to eat, all kinds of stuff. And you will meet people as you get out in these groups, like Jeff was saying. You will meet these people that will carry much value in your life, and you will share with them also. They will gather a lot of things from the relationship and the time spent with you. It is a two-way street, guys. So let's talk a little bit about LinkedIn. So since that is probably our biggest tool in networking and in this trying to find a job thing. So let's say that Lindsay sees a company, a job at a specific company, and she is really, really excited about this job. And as a recruiter, I'm going to tell you guys get really, really excited about things that you know that you're a fit for. You know how it works, and you know that your background fits that. You know, if someone were to talk to you about the functionality of that job, you can talk about it because you've been there, you've sat in that seat, you've ridden in that car. You can tell all sorts of things about the functionality, what they're looking for, because you feel as though you are what they're looking for. Hey, you need to talk to me. I have a radio show, guys, that many of you guys have probably listened to every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. It is called The Job Father. Now, guess who the Job Father is? I laugh at that. It's cute. You guys call me that. I'll let you guys call me that. I won't call me that because I'm not that old. But what we do is we have a job seeker spotlight. What we are trying to do on that job seeker spotlight is expose. Polly, was it last week where we had you on there?
Yes, I was on last week.
Yeah, what we
It
were
was fun.
thinking. Yeah.
If anybody gets invited, be nervous for like 2 seconds and then push it aside, and then just call in when Foster tells you to call in. It was really, really fun. He and Andy were on the call. It was very enjoyable. Super easy.
Andy Cook, you guys, and many of you guys know Andy Cook. She's my buddy, and she is the other half of the Job Father Job Seeker Radio Network is what we call it. Now, here's what we're trying to do on Job Seeker Spotlight. Polly's looking for a job, right? It doesn't matter that Polly's way up there in Chicago. It doesn't matter that Polly's freezing her little fingers off up there.
Not today. Today it's like 60.
What's temperature today?
It's 60. I actually am colder inside than I was outside. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
See, one more.
And it's sunny.
Trivia.
Yeah, we're trying to put snow behind us.
I think Jeff said it was the first day of spring today, right?
Yeah.
So, guys, Polly came on the show. Here's what we're wanting to do. The Job Father has gotten very, very popular. And when people get off work and they're driving home or we're on Zoom or whatever, people are listening. And when I say people, the target people that we want to listen are recruiters and people like yourself who are, when you get a job, many of you guys are going to be hiring managers. So we got hiring managers because of the brand that this network has now, thanks to guys like Jeff Morris. This network is very, very branded. It's huge. And people are driving home and they're listening to people that are on the Job Seeker Spotlight. So we spotlighted Polly. And you know what? Polly got a chance to talk about what she's looking for and where she lives and all this kind of thing. And people are getting a visit with Polly. You get a chance to see Polly's personality. She can talk about what she's done in the past. And we're hoping that some of these companies that are listening are interested enough to give Polly a look-see. Give her a call. Call Polly. She's a job seeker. Oh my God, she's looking for a job. Give her a call. And a number of you people that are on this call will probably be invited to come on the Job Father show. Love it, love it, love it. So that is the intent of what it is that we do. I think AC is going to be our guest on tomorrow's show. So you guys tune in. We are live on Facebook. We know everybody doesn't do Facebook. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will share on our groups.io platforms and our Google Group platforms a little bit about the show where you guys can tune in. There's an app that you can download and you just take us in your car and listen if you're going somewhere. So a lot of people will be able to listen and listen to AC, get a little example of what her personality is, some of the things that she thinks her background might open the door to think about. And that's the whole intent of that. Many of you guys know the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We're every Wednesday at 3 o'clock on LinkedIn Live. We were one of the first two. We were either the first or the second company organization that was allowed to be on LinkedIn Live in Dallas. To the best of my knowledge, I may be lying, I don't know. But we've been there for now 3 years. We're starting our 4th year now this year, and very, very popular. Branding has grown over the time. And what we do, guys, is just network. We bring people. Trevor Houston is the main show, the show host. We're co-hosts, Mark and I are. And Fanny Dunnigan, that many of you guys know, is part of our crew as well. And we bring folks onto the show that have an interest in helping job seekers. Maybe they have a story that job seekers can connect with and learn a little bit from. We have had some absolutely fabulous people on that show. We are up to show number 243, I think, as of this one coming up this Wednesday. I think I got that number right. We are on YouTube, guys. You can go to YouTube and put in Who You Know, and you can see past shows and past people that we've had on there. They might say something that inspires you to do something. You never know. And we are also on, I said we're on Facebook Live, we're on LinkedIn Live and YouTube Live. So guys, God has blessed us with people like Jeff, people like AC, people like Lindsay Long, all sorts of folks that I have met along my path that I like to throw out there and throw you guys under the bus because you guys have something to offer. And that is what that's what networking is all about. So if you go, guys, check this out. I'm a recruiter now, right? So if you see a position at a company and you're all excited about it and you want somebody to notice, you want to talk to somebody about this, oh my goodness, this position is perfect for Lindsay Long. And so I'm coming back to you, Lindsay. I hadn't forgot. And then what Lindsay wants to do, of course, you want to go and apply for that position so that you will be in that applicant tracking system that we have learned to either love or hate. But guys, you got to be in it, because if a company spend more than $1 million on a piece of software, you think they're going to use it? I see heads going up and down, right? So we want to be in that system. The second thing that we want to do is connect, see if we know somebody that works in that company. So there's 2 things that go with this. So let's say Lindsay goes and she's built her LinkedIn profile, she's built her connections all over the place, and she's been in job search. These groups have been tremendous to help Lindsay build her LinkedIn profile and people that she's connected with. So Lindsay sees 3, maybe 5 people at this company that she's interested in. She's applied for this job. She gets even more excited because next thing in her head is she's trying to figure out a way that she can make that connection. So of those, let's say 3 connections at that company, Lindsay has a relationship with one of them. That is Lindsay's huckleberry, at least from the very beginning. Lindsay wants to connect with that person because she already has a relationship with that person. And as far as Lindsay knows, that person likes her as well. And that person will more than likely be more than glad to connect. They can tell Lindsay about the company. They might even know something about the position that Lindsay is applying for, and they can add value from inside. And so Lindsay has a connection. She has a talk with that person and see where we can go with that. And guys, that formula that I just shared with you now is what has made this network the brand that it is today. It really has. Jeff Morris knows tons of people. So, you know, if you're not connected with Jeff Morris, you might want to rethink that. Definitely connect with Jeff Morris. There are just many, many people that you will meet and you will have an affinity for, guys. How am I doing with time, Jeff? I just start rambling, you know.
About another minute or so.
Okay.
We'll wrap up. We'll let people, because I know we always lose people at the top of the hour or so.
Okay.
Give you another minute to sort of sum up.
Right. I wanted to throw that LinkedIn thing in there and get you guys thinking about that, because we can use LinkedIn, guys, for a platform for relationship building. That's it right there, for relationship. People, Trevor likes to make fun of me because I'm always bringing up relationship. Laura Hyatt can tell you, I've known Laura for a while now, and Laura can tell you how I am about relationship. When I talk to you guys, if you would like to reach out to me and talk to me about a connection I have or something like that, we are going to be on that subject of relationships. So Jeff, I think it's time for me to shut up. Guys, thank you so much. You guys are my currency. You guys, my whole life, I'm a preacher, I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid, and that's how I live my life, is the best that I can. I'm here to help, and if I can do that, I will be more than glad to try to help. You'll be surprised what you guys will get out of Foster.
Well, Foster, thank you very, very much. Great information. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Coming up next Monday, our speaker is going to be Bob Marhar. He's a career management consultant, and he's going to talk about taking the chill out of code calls, call reluctance, picking up that phone and being able to do something. So please join us next Monday at 1 o'clock. We're putting on training every Monday through Friday. So, please join us every day, Monday through Thursday. It's at 1 o'clock. Get your lunch, and, you can eat your lunch while you're watching us every day. Tomorrow, Tuesday, very interesting presentation. If you've never seen it, LinkedIn from a recruiter's eye. This is Kurt Vondermatter. He is a retained search recruiter. He mostly does executive positions. He will show us LinkedIn recruiting package from the back end. So if you want to see how he would find you, tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's always a very interesting presentation. He tells you the way it is, great information. On Wednesday, our Interviewing Wednesday sessions will be on session number 12 of 13. We'll be talking about difficult interviewers and difficult questions, and then how to cultivate confidence, which is always tough to do, when you're trying to do a Zoom call, when you don't get a lot of practice doing interviewing. On Thursday, our Effective Resume Thursday class, we'll have resume tips and tricks. You also will have a chance to win. We're giving away 2 one-month licenses to jobscan.co. So you'll be able to use JobScan.co for a 1-month trial period. If you'd like to do that, join us on Thursday. And then this Friday at the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group, another talk about networking. I actually booked this before I started the Monday networking, today's Monday sessions. Otherwise, I would have had them talk on a Monday. Effective networking. This is Jay Frasero. He is an excellent speaker. He's got a great book. There's not one page in his book that I disagree with. I think it is a fantastic book on job search. He's very analytical. He takes you through step-by-step what you need to do. It'll be a great presentation. We'll probably go 2 hours on Friday. So just to let you know that you won't want to leave early. This session has been recorded, as all of our sessions are. It'll be on the Career FW Facebook page, or more importantly, on the Career USA YouTube channel. Please follow us on Facebook. Every time we go live, you'll get a little alert on your phone. Follow us if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every time we post a video, you'll find out about a new video. This video will be up there in about 2 hours. It usually takes 2-3 hours for it to get up there. We appreciate it. This is what the YouTube channel looks like. Be sure it's Career USA is the YouTube channel. Click on playlist where the green arrow is, and then pick whatever subject you're looking for at the very, very bottom. So, I don't have a picture here of the networking one yet, but this is the one that you're going to want to, you'll pick one for networking on Mondays. There is a playlist just for that. Click on the red arrows where it says view full playlist. Don't click on the video because it'll start playing the last video. But if you click on view full playlist, you'll be able to see all the topics that have been talked about so far. So if you're not receiving emails about our workshops and you want to get on our mailing list, please join our Career USA mailing list at Career USA, subscribe at groups.io, and just send an email there, and you'll get our Zoom links every day. We put out 6 or 7 emails a week, so you'll get 1 email every day. Please remember, Career FW, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We have no full or part-time employees. All the speakers, Foster is a volunteer. I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid to do any of this. I'm just doing this to help you, the job seeker, land your next great opportunity. We survive on donations. It helps pay for our Zoom licenses. It helps pay for our websites, our web hostings and stuff like that. So please consider, when you get your next great opportunity, making a donation. It really help us to continue to provide the services that we're doing now 5 days a week. So thank you very much for joining us today. Hopefully we'll see you later in the week at one of our other sessions. Foster, once again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys. You guys are a blessing.